There's something about when the wheels hit the tarmac in Ibiza, when there's kind of a sense of like endless possibility. If you're looking for a kind of world where everything feels possible and whatever you're imagining will probably come true, I would say you should come to Ibiza.
There are three vital elements that take clubbing in Ibiza from a night out to a transcendent experience: the soundtrack, the dance floor, and the island, the White Isle, the most magnetic place outside of the North and South Poles. What is the pull that so many of us feel? That strange magic that keeps us coming back.
When I first came to this island, I felt so at home. I felt like I was meant to be here, and it led me to come back, get married here. It led me to want to play here all the time. And a lot of people say to me, like, because I've had a great time here, that the island gotta sponsor me here.
Landing in Ibiza airport and that trip to your hotel, and you're seeing all the billboards, and all I remember seeing was Carl Cox. Looking and seeing Carl on these billboards here, it immediately said, I want to do that. I turned up to the club that I was playing at going, yeah, I'm going to DJ in Ibiza, okay, I've got to go through this guy, and no one turned up. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. But for some reason, it got under my skin, and I knew that I had to come back, and I'm grateful that pretty much every year since 2006 I've been back. I remember the first record I played, Put Your Hands Up for Detroit.
I love this city.
So our kind of first experience of Ibiza together was the Manny Mission Motel. This is infamous.
Back in the day at Manny Mission, if you're the DJ for that week, you would stay in the motel, which is a former brothel, and everyone who was in there, the people doing the kind of sex shows and the dancers and stuff, they're all staying in that place, and there was a nightclub in the bottom of that place, and there was a party every night of the week. And that's actually where we met Grandma Fun. Yeah, those first few visits to Ibiza were, I guess they're memorable, but actually they completely forgot.
It's just a perfect blend of, historically it's always a place where ne'er-do-wells and people outside normal culture come, discovering that, you know, dancing together late at night and in a kind of orgy of love and music, and finding a place where they were allowed to do it, where you could dance under the stars, you could dance all night.
When I'm here outside of the gigs, at the beach, I'm in nature, I'm really soaking up the beautiful energy of the space. I think there's really a beautiful, you know, spiritual energy here, and I love to like soak that up to recharge.
We love Ibiza. We've been here for, 15 years now, living nonstop, and it's basically like our second home. We're from New York, but Ibiza's been like a second home for us.
I once read that the Egyptians called Ibiza, and apparently that means like the island of dance. It is magical. It's why people from all over the world come here. I think there is a magnetism. There's definitely a draw, there's a pull, and I can't explain what it is, but it's been happening for centuries and millenniums, and there's a reason for that.
Ibiza's influenced my sound, because when I first started playing here, I was still playing kind of big beat, breakbeat sets. So I'd always be in the back room of Manu Mission. And then they really wanted me to play in the main room. They said, but you've got to play a house set. So I started playing a house set, and now I always play house sets.
We always ask that question, like, this is nice, this is a deep groove, this is lovely, this is this, this is that. But let's imagine that we're here, like, are we going to play it?
You can't get away with anything in the club room. You have to bring your A game, because you will clear it. And I love that as a challenge as a DJ. If you're not looking at the crowd and you're not watching the crowd, you will lose them in a heartbeat.
How we describe the sound of hiibiza here for me is like dark, groovy, sexy, and powerful. Right now, as I see Ibiza, is like a place where have a space for different kind of sounds and has audience for different kind of sound.
When I perform at high, I definitely choose things that will sound good in a big room, because not everything can translate in that kind of amazing sound system, but I definitely try to make sure I have things with big kicks, because that's very important.
I mean, I have Jamaican heritage, so I love bass. I've grown up loving bass, and the bass at high there is nothing like it. The clarity of that bottom range, but you also get everything else. You hear in the full kind of the audio spectrum.
High's done a really beautiful job of, like, we got the main room, got the club room, and you got the DJs in the toilets, which is just so good, you know. It's just so good. It reminds me of those kind of early days that we had in Ibiza, of just sort of people being together as one.
It's similar to where, like, when you walk into a church, there's a vibe, because, like, for 1,000 years, people have been thinking about important things in that church. You know, there's an energy.
It reminded me of the clubs that I first started going to in New York on the Underground.
Could I make something that would be big enough to get played in the theatre at High? And for me, whenever I'm coming over, I spend so much time thinking about what it is that I'm going to play. And whenever I'm over here and I'm playing a set and something goes well, then I know that it'll work wherever I travel. You know, there's records that I tested in High that have become the biggest records of my career so far.
And I think a lot of people, the songs of the summer come out of Ibiza, and that's the hashtag that's always trending. If you can kill it here, you can probably kill it anywhere.
If you land here, you know, if you breathe the air, you feel it's magical. There's something inside you on this island which keeps people getting back here, you know.
There is something for everybody on this island. If you want to go and party, it's got the best club in the world. It's got the best sound systems, the best and biggest DJs around the world. But if you want a real quiet, kind of chilled out time, there's loads of places you can go. There's beautiful beaches, whatever it is that you desire. But if you are over, then you're going to have a lovely time.